Well, hey everybody, this is HAARP 47 from Dallas, Texas. Today is August the 20th, 2011. I'm making this video at 2:12 Central Standard Time here in Dallas, Texas. Interesting earthquake activity going on at this moment, and I'm sure you've seen it from several outlets here on YouTube. In the Vanuatu, I never say that right, Vanuatu, I guess that's right, region in the South Pacific here. We've had at least two that are above 7 magnitude. The first 7 occurred at 16:55 Universal Time. Another one occurred at 18:19 Universal Time. In between that, we've had anywhere from 5.1s to 5.9s. What I can gather just in the last, let's see, probably 9 hours, I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I count about 7 decent-sized earthquakes in this area. So again, in the last 9 hours, decent earthquakes in this area of the Pacific, with at least 2 of them being over 7 in magnitude. Interesting going on down here. Looking at Signet streamers, this is the coronal mass ejection that came off the sun the other day from the either weak C flare or the filament collapse above the coronal hole. And here's the Earth, and it would show that CME, the interplanetary shock wave, should be arriving right about this time. Right now, ACE data from the Space Environment Center from NOAA is down. I can't get any data out of them right now. Anyway, thought that was quite interesting too. The approaching CME from the almost non-flare to be approaching and affecting the Earth right around this time now that we're seeing this earthquake activity. Here's a shot from it's a component shot from a couple of different sources, mainly though the Solar Dynamics Observatory, and this shows the coronal holes. I've learned from another YouTuber in his study that to watch where the coronal holes are on the solar disk and look for potential earthquake activity that corresponds on the Earth. This being a relatively large coronal hole, and this is also the one that had the solar filament or the small flare come off of the north. Anyway, it's in the southern hemisphere of the sun, and it is just now becoming geo-effective. In other words, it's once it starts getting on this side of the disk, the high-speed wind stream out of it will begin to start affecting the Earth more so. Think about it, the sun is turning this way, and so as things spew out, kind of, you have to think of it in 3D. I realize I'm not showing it to in 3D, but it comes out here, and then if it's on the east side, it's more apt to finally drift through space and then get to us. As over here, if it came out, it would just miss us off to this side of the Earth. So that may not have made sense, but anyway, this is becoming more geo-effective is what I'm trying to say. It's not even labeled coronal hole, which is, I think, interesting. No one ever gave it a number, but anyway, another thing just to put out there for study purposes. The induction magnetometer from the HAARP facility in Gakona, Alaska is not showing really any anomalies at all. We have a little bit of banding that started about an hour and a half ago or so, but nothing major coming from this that I would correlate with any earthquakes at this moment. So pretty much a regular HAARP day here. Now this is the magnetometer aboard the GOES spacecraft, GOES 15, or 13 and 15, and we can tell right here that we are entering something that's agitating the magnetosphere of the Earth. We're starting to see the more or less the shaking, the jiggly lines. See how they're kind of smooth rolling here, and they start kind of shaking, and then we get a sharp there, and then it's been on the uptick here. So you probably will see the KP index climb a little. Could again be the beginnings of the high-speed solar wind stream from that coronal hole getting us, or that potential CME that we saw en route to Earth that would be coming in right about this time. Okay, I did finally get an ACE graph to come up here. Now we are running right about here, so data drop's been in and out on ACE for the last several days. This looks like it's relatively intact. We'll see. Again, solar wind speed, it shows gusty, but it doesn't show like high. The temperature shows hanging right around middle, if not low. Density is awfully low. There's hardly no protons per cubic centimeter showing up in the wind. We do see that the strength of the solar wind has gotten relatively strong, and also we see a southern component now of it, which again that would lead credence to the possibility of the K-index going up and seeing a minor geomagnetic storm. Again, all this I just kind of wanted to throw out there and put together for you, mainly just in response to the fact that we had the major earthquakes in the Vanuatu region in the South Pacific, and it'll be interesting to find out if there's anything else that correlates to it. Anyway, again, this is Robert R. Vermill, 47, coming to you from Dallas, Texas. Y'all have a good one.